So what's next
Wonderful.
on your plate? I guess I should also ask you that. You just said you just wrapped up a project.
Yeah, I just wrapped up a lovely story. I actually can't talk about that one, but
Ah, okay.
I'm also doing a series of short stories. It's part of an anthology called Midnight Hour. Um, which it's really interesting. I mean, so I was assigned 5 out of the whole shebang. So from what I can tell, it's a lot of really dark tales from primarily POC authors, by POC authors, and just kind of like tragic, dark. It's really got like Halloween vibes.
Okay.
But yeah, it's been really interesting getting to work on this. I mean, I don't even know how much I can talk about that, but it's coming soon. It's called Midnight Hour. I'm doing 5 short stories in there, and I'm loving it. I'm actually going to be finishing that up tonight after this
Oh,
interview.
very nice. Well, I don't want to waste all your voice though.
Oh no, you're totally fine.
So what do you read? What is your favorite type of
Ah,
book to read? I don't think I asked you this in Orlando either, which
you didn't,
it's kind of
and
like, wow, you're the reader. You are the narrator. Like, what do you read?
the narrator who doesn't read, go figure. Yeah, yeah, I don't do much leisure reading, which
Okay.
is kind of at odds with what I
It
do, I guess.
does.
But
Okay, well, let me ask you this because you started in acting. Like,
yeah.
what is your favorite genre of story?
Ooh. Is this like
Well, I mean,
specifically
like,
within books or
no, 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 no. I mean, like plays and theater and movies. And are you a comedy fan? Are you
so
a drama?
I was a musical theater boy before voice acting, so all very big soft spot for those, the musical comedy, because you get the singing, the dancing, the laughter, the tears, you get it all. So
Okay.
love musicals.
Any
But
favorites?
I'm a big fan of Company. It's a Sondheim show that's actually running on Broadway right now, doing
Okay.
really well. The a revival where it's kind of like this gender bent version that they started in London and brought over to the U.S. and it's doing really well. Love, 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 love that show. It's about this originally about this guy, now a woman. But they're like 35, they're still single. All their married friends are trying to like get them to like what are you doing? Do you want a relationship? And they kind of go through this arc through the show of realizing what they really want out of life and out of themselves, and whether marriage is included in that. And it's something that I very much relate to at this point in my life. I turned 30 last month,
Okay.
so yeah, it's definitely a time in my life where I'm like, how do I feel about these things? So
Yeah.
that's a very
No,
relevant
I
show
hit
for
that
me.
point at about, so I'm 44, and I hit that point and when I hit, I probably want to say it was like late 30s.
Yeah.
And it was like, man, I kind of get to get some things together here if I'm going to present this package to somebody long term.
Mm,
Like, all right, what's the job situation? What's the house? What's the living situation? And not even just I'm out partying every night, but it's like the stability. Like
yeah.
I've bounced around with a bunch of different jobs. What is it that I'm presenting to someone in regards to, well, I want to settle down, and what does that time frame look like
Right.
10 years from now, 20 years from now? Is there a family involved? All this other planning type stuff that seems some people it just comes natural to it,
Yeah.
but
How do they do that?
so I might need to check this out. I could definitely see myself relating to this play as
Go
well,
check
or
it
this musical as
out.
well.
It's on Broadway. But outside
um,
of that, I love horror movies. Um,
okay.
I don't like being scared, but I'm like drawn to them for some reason. It's really weird. It's this weird, weird phenomenon, but I really enjoy a good horror movie. Yeah.
So in that genre, any favorites or?
One came out 2019, I think. Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark is really good. This adaptation of the old children's book. Um, a lot of the slasher franchises have really withstood the
Okay.
test of time. The Chuckies, the Screams, the I
Yep.
Know What You Did Last Summer, those types. Um, the one that probably scared me the most growing up, um, well, Chucky was definitely a very formative thing because to this day, I can't deal with dolls. Um, it's
Okay.
really bad. Chucky himself, I've gotten okay with because he had a TV show come out on Sci-Fi recently, so I was
Yeah,
able to like,
I saw the trailer for that.
yeah, it was really good. I think people
Really?
were expecting it to be not that good, but it was like they're definitely getting a second season.
Oh,
So
cool.
yeah, love that. But
So I take it Chucky doesn't die at the end of the first season. It's not like the movie where
oh,
they.
he never dies. What?
This is true.
They
He has
never
like
die.
10 movies out.
What? But even more than Chucky, the after I saw The Grudge, I that ruined me for a good week. Yeah, I couldn't sleep. I was always looking behind my over my shoulder in the shower. It was just it got in my head. So that was really well done.
Yeah.
And all of Jordan Peele stuff, Us and Get
Oh,
Out.
yeah.
He's got another one coming out pretty soon. Nope. Can't yeah, just I love it. I love everything about
That's awesome. Yeah, yeah. I have not seen any of his movies, and I really do. Like they're on the short list of movies
it.
because
Run.
it's
Go do it.
it's amazing that he went from comedy to horror like almost overnight. It was just like, yeah, I've got these ideas just sitting there. Let's stop Key and Peele and oh yeah, here's my horror movies. And everyone was like, okay.
It's so interesting though, because like I feel like comedians are so tapped into like society to the they can talk about it in a way that's funny, but because they're so tapped in, they can really get into like what's scary about society, and
This is
I
true. I
think that
mean, you're
makes
just
them good
kind of
horror
putting a twist
writers.
on it.
Yeah,
I guess that's a really good point because I did stand up comedy for about 2 years,
nice.
and it obviously that career didn't pan out. Um, but I did a lot of open mics, and I was just never the natural performer.
Mm,
Much more the writer than the natural performer. Imagine that. Um, but I can see that. I can see the same feel the performing aspect. You're not trying to get people to laugh. You're trying to hold them in suspense
mm.
until the scary twist at the end.
Yeah, they're
So,
like
or the scary twist throughout, or
yeah,
whatever, wherever you're going with it.
yeah. It's two sides of the same coin.